Hey everyone, SpiffySquee here. Welcome back to Mass Effect Ironman Trilogy. Let's play it, yo. That's the official name. No? Oh, no, I'm just going backwards, aren't I? Pardon me. Alright. Oh, yeah. Am I missing anything? No? Okay. Whee!
We're almost back up top.
Shepard, they found us! Under heavy attack! Appear safe.
That was fast.
Now, Shepard.
Alright. Final approval. Ah, no, let's search this place first.
Shepard, don't delay. Please authorize final release. Can't
I'm
leave otherwise.
busy! Gosh. So impatient.
We waited too long. Server us back.
That's alright, we'll take care of it.
Suggest you don't delay this time, Shepard. Need final approval.
I'm busy! Be there in a moment. Is that everything? Okay. Let's go.
Shepard, you must authorize release. Pod then transfers to loading area.
Let's get you out of there.
Shepard, heads up! You've got incoming!
Oh, it's one of you guys.
Shepard! I can't land until you deal with that thing. It's too dangerous. Krogan has been acquired.
Door is damaged. Can't get out.
Stay clear. I've got this.
Protect the Krogan, Shepard. She's vulnerable.
No, seriously, I got this.
Containment shield weakening, Shepard.
Firepower. Maybe we can crack it open.
Cerberus, never we did it.
I think you did it.
I remember that giving me so many problems back in the day.
You had me worried there for a minute.
Let's make this quick.
Let's get you out of there.
I can handle myself, Rex.
Women.
Cerberus here. What do you want?
May I remind the chat that we are supposed to be avoiding talk of the end of the game until we actually get to the end of the game? Otherwise, that's all we'll ever do, is talk about the end of the game. Alright, mission accomplished.
Commander, I'm hearing chatter you're brokering a treaty between the Krogan and the Turians.
If I get Krogan boots on Palaven, the Turians promise me their support.
And how does Cerberus get involved?
I don't know. The elusive man is up to something.
Then keep them at bay. I can't overstate what a victory this treaty would be for the Alliance. We'll need all the help we can get.
How's the Prothean device coming?
Alliance R&D has officially begun construction. The team has dubbed it Project Crucible. We're throwing everybody who knows how to hold a hammer at it. This is going to be the most ambitious undertaking in human history.
Will we get it done?
I'm not saying it won't be a challenge, but our researchers tell me the designs are elegant, massive in scope, but strangely simple as well. We can do this, Shepard. You can do this. Never doubt that.
No, sir.
Good. Hack it out.
You have the female, Rex. A cure for the rest of your people can come later.
That wasn't the deal.
But Palaven needs your reinforcements now. We can't delay.
Unless every Krogan gets the cure, there's no alliance.
Morden, how long will it take to finish a cure?
Need to synthesize base antigen from female. Also requires healthy male Krogan tissue. We'll need a sample.
You're looking at it.
Acceptable. We'll need you to remain aboard Normandy for procedure.
Let's hope the food's gotten better.
Formulating a cure that works for every Krogan sounds like a tall order, Morden. Can you do it?
Of course. Similar to Genophage Modification Project. Working against own alterations this time. Not as simple as garbage DNA blocking attachment sites. We'll need to counteract shutdown of redundant nervous system, adjust neurotransmitter levels.
Got it.
We'll create cure, Shepard. Don't need to worry.
Then get started, Morden, and make it quick.
Always do. We'll be in medbay if you'd like to speak more. Eve requires tests.
Eve?
Female's real name unknown. Normandy, a human vessel. Human mythology seemed appropriate under circumstances. Suggest speaking with her. New perspective. Surprising in Krogan.
Now, is there anything else?
There's a small matter concerning a ship we've lost contact with.
What happened?
I'd rather discuss it in private.
Turian problems can't even come close to what I've got.
What is it?
Some of my men went missing. The rest of it we can discuss somewhere else.
I'll find you both in the war room. Just be ready to talk.
Dun dun dun. Okay. Let's talk to you first. No, not you first. Let's talk to... We're gonna do Rex's stuff first. You know what? You know what I'm doing? This is what I'm doing. Bam. Really? Go straight from normal to hardcore? You kidding me? Really? There's no veteran mode? Here's the problem. Normal is there's no challenge for me. It's too easy. I mean, to the point where that last level I was almost bored because it was so easy. And that's not fun. I don't want to play that way. I will try it on hardcore if I feel like it's too difficult, things are taking down my shields too quickly or whatnot, because this is Iron Man. I reserve the right to reduce it back down to normal. But, yeah. The combat was actually just kind of boring, because it was way too easy.
Hell of a show down there on Sirkesh. Just like the old days, Shepard. Right down to me pulling your ass out of the fire.
I was the one with bullets flying at me.
And I gave you the moral support to dodge them.
Uh-huh. You said one of your squads is missing.
They were scouting out the Rachni relay. We've heard rumors of trouble in the area.
Rachni?
Thought that might get your attention. I have a favor to ask. It's big.
Don't tell me they're back.
All I know for sure is our scouts went silent as soon as they arrived. I've got Aralak Company, my best unit, on standby. You give the word, and they'll meet you there.
I'll see what I can do.
Get on it, Shepard.
What will you do after the genophage is cured?
Once we deal with the Reapers, most Krogan will want to settle a score with the Turians and Solarians. I won't let them. That isn't our path forward. This time will be different.
A lot of people will be relieved to hear that. No one wants to repeat history.
They know we probably win this time, but war has never brought us anything except misery. It's time to focus on rebuilding.
What's the situation back on Tachanka?
I'm still getting scattered reports of Reaper forces arriving. Something big is brewing. I won't let those things take Tuchanka. Not when we're about to cure the genophage. My people have had enough bad luck in our time.
Back on Sirkesh, it looked like the female Krogan could hold her own.
Our females don't lack for spirit. For males, a good show of force sorts things out. But females like to talk about it. Then think about it. Then talk about it some more. No offense.
Believe it or not, we sometimes have good ideas, Rex. You should try listening.
Yeah, but our women have so many of them. So sometimes I pretend to listen and... Well, let's just say Krogan females have tempers too.
How could there be trouble with the Rachni? They were all but extinct. The last queen promised to disappear forever or be destroyed.
I know, I was there. I've got a bad feeling about this. It may not be Rachni, but maybe it is. Could be another invasion. If they're crawling out from under some rock, you know how bad it could get. We need to stop them.
That's it for now, Rex. Let's get back to work.
Anytime. And Shepard, I like what you've done with the Normandy. Got tired of always hanging around the cargo bay before. I still don't have a window like Liara does, but maybe that's because I don't kiss as well.
No comment.
Yeah. I miss this place.
Alright,
Wish I could knock some heads around with you, but duty calls. If the Solarian says my DNA is important, who am I to argue?
Alright, I've been kind of staying out of this, but Derangel, I gotta ask a question. Do you think that I have a decent understanding of plot structure? I mean, personally, me. Then you might want to revise your statement there, Derangel, because I think they handled Cerberus perfectly. I really do. Now, I think there may have been some things they could have done differently, but I was 100% happy with the way they handled Cerberus in 3. So, if I have a decent grip of plot structure, perhaps you should revise your statement to you personally believe it could have been done better, not anyone who has plots, has basic analysis of plot structure could have done better. I kind of agree with Kat that we need to keep in mind that these are all just our own personal opinions.
Commander, you've got a new message at your private terminal.
Yay, new message. What did I get? Info for you. Hi, Shepard. It's been a while. I'm glad to hear you made it off Earth and that Liara's with you. Getting off her old ship was the best thing we could have done. Who's this? Oh, it's Farron. Okay. Can't tell you how sick I was of that cabin and of tripping over that drone. I don't even know how it kept finding me in a ship that big, even after I turned off its tracking. I dug up some interesting information for you, talked with Griff to sort out the data. I hope it helps, Shepard. It's getting rough out there. From Major Kirahi. Commander, it was a pleasure seeing you again on Surkesh, even if the circumstances were less than ideal. It seems fate has decided our meetings coincide with the galactic threats. So be it. To that end, I wanted to reiterate that STG will be there to help when the need arises, regardless of the political climate. You were there for us in our hour of need. We look forward to returning the favor. Best of luck. And a report on indoctrination. Da 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 da. But Kat, by that very nature, it defies the statement, because by saying they could have done a better job if they disagreed, what constitutes a better job then? Because if they didn't disagree, then it wouldn't be a better job. And if they did disagree, then anyone could do a better job. I mean, that's my point, is that to say that if you disagree, you could do a better job is kind of a self-defeating statement. Because by whose standards? Those who disagreed? Because you see what I'm saying here. That's just it's kind of a self-defeating comment. I was going to talk to people. I don't want to go here yet. Because anyone who disagrees with the story feels that they could have done a better job, otherwise they wouldn't disagree with it.
Really should get behind the Alliance. They've got so much in common, like shooting things and not wanting to die. And no, that's about it.
Okay.
So, bringing the Krogan to a war summit went well? You want me to invite the Batarians too? Or the Vorcha?
Durangel, if you want to use that comment though, any story anywhere could have been written better. So again, that's kind of a statement that doesn't really say anything, because there's no such thing as a perfect story. So yeah, even the best stories out there could have been written better. That statement doesn't really say anything.
Building alliances is the only way we stand a chance against the Reapers.
Yeah, but the Krogan? I'd feel better if we had a tighter plan, like time travel or teaching the Reapers to love. Still, good to have Morden back. The bad guys shouldn't get the monopoly on mad scientists.
I understand, Durangel, and I disagree, but I completely understand where you're coming from. Personally, the way I always saw how Cerberus was handled in this story was an ode to just how dangerous the Reapers were. In my opinion, from the day I met Tim, he was very arrogant, very assured of his own powers, and overconfident, and way more than willing to test or play around with Reaper technology. So him implanting Reaper tech into his own people and all that was 100% par for the course for me. And the fact that the Reaper technology, he basically bit off more than he could chew and turned into a tool of the Reapers, made perfect logical sense for me, and the way they did it. Now, that doesn't mean it did it for everyone. I completely understand that. But, I mean, I don't think it was handled badly, and I think to say that anyone who understands plot structure could have written it better is a statement that doesn't really say much, because that's better by what standards? If you already agreed with it, and if you disagree with it, then by its very nature of, you know what, this story sucked, I didn't agree with it, you're automatically going to think you could do it better. So...
It is good you came by. I have questions about the genophage.
Yes?
Morden sent me a nicely crafted message.
Uh-oh.
It seems he recalls our conversations about the Solarian equivalent of transhumans.
If I could, I'd stop you right there.
Transhumans have some of their brain's abilities, such as memory, supplemented or entirely replaced by cybernetics. Legal definitions vary from planet to planet. The Solarians embrace the concept. Humans have diverse and contentious opinions.
Do my implants make me a transhuman?
That would be telling.
What?
I'm sorry. That was a joke. You are fully human. Cerberus extensively reconstructed you, but your brain functions are organic.
Don't ever do that again.
Okay, yes, Kat, you are correct. I shouldn't make such a blanket statement. But what I'm saying is that the original statement given was just as blanketed as that one. As far as, like, go back to the end of Mass Effect 2, at that start point, was that how you would have handled Mass Effect 3 for Cerberus? Is that how I would have handled it? I don't know. I've never attempted to write Mass Effect 3. But I'm incredibly happy with the way it was handled. I mean, it's hard to answer that question because I've never tried to rewrite or sit down and think, gosh, if I wrote Mass Effect 3, what would I do? But I would have been very happy with it being handled the way it was handled. Would I have handled it differently? I might have. I have a different writing style than the people who wrote Mass Effect 3, but that's not exactly the same thing as saying it was worse or needed to be fixed at all. Yes, Arcalian. I can definitely say that as 100% something I thought might have happened, and wasn't surprised at all.
Attractive. Garrus loyal, reasonably intelligent, bit aggressive, almost like Krogan.
For the third time, Doctor, I'm not interested.
Ah, Shepard. We were just...
Are you okay?
I'm fine, Rex. You can relax.
Can't be too careful, or put any faith in Solarian doctors.
This one is different.
Is he? What's that?
Simple blood test.
What kind?
Kind that ends the genophage. Shepard, please. Distraction's counterproductive, also affecting comfort of patient.
He was your inside source, Rex. You can trust him.
Solarians have minds like a maze. You never know when they're leading you into a trap.
Trap? Eve's release my doing. Would never have known about her if not for me.
That was then. But she's out now. And if she gets hurt, I'll feel it.
Understand. But my patient, my responsibility. Her welfare a priority. Will not allow her to be compromised by anyone.
You got a quad, Doctor. Keep her safe. Our females have endured enough.
Don't forget, still need your tissue sample.
I'll be back.
Common phobia. Fear of needles.
Or Solarian doctors.
Now have work to do. Prefer females of the species. Maybe with an inhibitor. No. Entire catalyzing process would fail. Severe neurological damage. Never mind.
What are you talking about?
Do I need to do
Method to
anything
extract
here?
functional cure without killing you.
I don't think so.
Your immune system compromised. Considering options.
And you have to do it out loud?
Yes. Auditory learner. Need to hear self think, simulate conversation to promote new ideas, maximize productivity.
But you're talking about me dying.
Oh, apologies. Medical details causing emotional distress. I hadn't considered effect on patient.
No, it just means I can't sleep.
Doing my best to keep you alive. Will avoid sensitive subjects.
She kind of sounds like Matriarch Athena. I'm gonna talk to you.
Thank you for saving my life, Commander. I didn't think the Krogan had any allies left in the galaxy.
We owe a lot to you, even if most people have forgotten that.
They can be forgiven. Our actions have hardly inspired friendship.
Part of being friends is knowing each other's name. I feel bad that I don't know yours.
I surrendered it the day I became a shaman of the female clan. I belong to my sisters now. But perhaps one day, when this is over, you can know it.
I didn't realize the Krogan had female shamans.
Wisdom comes from pain, and the genophage has made us very wise. Rather than surrender to despair, a few of us chose to preserve the ancient ways. We safeguard our culture, our knowledge, our secrets. So when our children live again, the Krogan will flourish.
How were you initiated?
You're locked in a cave for 7 days with just enough food to last. On the 8th, you'll starve.
What does that prove?
Your resolve. Every acolyte is given a chance. You either claw your way out through the rock with your bare hands, or you die.
How did you make it out alive?
I started digging the wrong way. I was in complete darkness. Nothing other than my own heartbeat to sustain me.
What happened?
I found this. A simple crystal, but it became my chisel. Take it as a reminder, Commander. In the darkest hour, there is always a way out.
That's a brutal initiation.
But an illuminating one. You learn to appreciate the light by living in the dark.
If you don't mind me asking, what's it been like living with the genophage?
I knew sisters who couldn't bear the shame of being infertile. They would wander off into the wastelands, hoping a thresher maw would kill them and end their torment.
Did the thought ever cross your mind?
Yes. After my first stillborn.
What kept you from ending your own life?
When my child didn't draw breath, that's when my life truly began. The genophage forces us to live on hope alone. There is nothing else. There is no reason to exist other than the hope that the next day will bring change. And if it doesn't, there is always the next.
How do you think things will change after the genophage is cured?
Our species will find its balance again. Females will help shape the future, like in the ancient days, before we were just pawns of power-hungry males.
Most seem hell-bent on shooting anything that looks at them wrong.
What else is there for them to do? Because of the genophage, they become wandering killers, seeking targets to justify their existence, excuses to earn them honor.
What do you think of Rex?
When he's not trying to sire half of Tuchanka, he's the best thing that's happened to the Krogan. But I won't tell him that. His head's big enough already. Literally.
He's turned into a strong leader.
I know in his heart Rex wants what's best for us. Though not all the other clans see it that way.
Why would the other clans give Rex trouble? You'd think they'd want a better future.
It's not in the nature of our males to cooperate. They've evolved to be selfish. Their only concern is survival. Rex is different. He's a mutant. And that you can tell him.
Do you think Rex will want revenge for the genophage?
Some clans will expect it, but I hope Rex resists. He understands the cycle of violence must end if Krogan are ever to have a voice in galactic politics. Still, he's just one Krogan. If enough clans demand it, he may not be able to stop them.
How'd you get involved in Malin's experiments?
The other females and I volunteered. We heard Malin was trying to cure the genophage for Clan Weirlock.
Aren't they a rival clan?
Rivalries are the invention of the males. Under their rule, Tuchanka has laid in ruins for over 1,000 years. It's time females took back our place in society and resurrected our future. Malin was our best hope.
Would you go to Malin again?
Absolutely. It only takes one candle to light a fire, and then the darkness is no more.
I'm sorry none of the other females survived.
I know. The youngest one, Kern, was the last to go. But she knew she would enter the void free of this curse, and then smile when she looked down upon the children of Tuchanka. Her spirit will be the midwife to my firstborn.
I found Malin's lab. It looked like a dungeon. His experiments were brutal.
We learned that too late. He meant well, but his methods grew more barbaric as he went. We finally escaped into the rubble. Eventually, a Solarian team found us. They saved our lives. We were so sick.
How has Morden been treating you?
Better than Krogan males do. He's not like a typical Solarian.
No. Organ redundancy results in new period before metaphase. Can't alter that. Damage to telomeres, premature aging.
He does that.
But I sense pain in him too. He told me about his work on the genophage. I should consider him an enemy. Yet I think seeing my sisters and I changed something in him.
Sorry, board, your offspring have an allergy to dairy and...
Well, it wasn't his ear. Thanks for talking to me.
It's my pleasure, Commander. I'm glad to see humans treat their women with respect. Your people have placed a lot of responsibility on you.
No more than your people have put on you.
Then maybe we can show the men how it's done.
Yeah!
Deal.
Damn men. Wait a second. Wait a second. Alright, you know what? Since I am going hardcore, I am going to do this. Purchase. Close. Okay. Because I'm gonna max out my defense. Decrease shield charge delay by 15%. Increase tech power damage by 25 while defense. Alright. Tech armor. Increase all power damage and force by 30%. Yeah. Bam. So now I have an 80% damage reduction. I'm only taking 20% of the damage. I'll be able to use my powers less frequently, but I'll survive more. Oh wait, no. Fitness first. There we go. Let's see, offensive mastery. Hang on. Sorry guys, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do and we're making things on my desk apparently. Okay. Let's deal with this first. Alright, you know what? Actually, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here because it's been longer than 30 minutes. So I'll do this off camera and then I will see you guys next time. Ta-ta!